prior to the squad start time. Standings will be updated after each squad. Distribution of the prize fund will be announced by the end of the week. The doubles, regular, and Baker results are posted behind lanes 39 and 40. Please check your scores. Those are unofficial. They will close today. If there are any team coaches here, please remember we have a short coaches meeting tonight at 7 p.m. If you cannot attend, please make sure you have a team representative there. All bowlers are reminded you must be in the bowling alley tomorrow morning by 8:15 for opening ceremonies so we can start on time. If you're not already aware, this year we're using the large room in the arcade in front of the ramp for our paddock. It'll be locked tonight. You're welcome to leave your bowling balls there overnight. Parents and spectators may sit in the back row of the seats on the concourse, but not in the settee area. I went through the rules yesterday, so I'm not going to go ahead and go through all these rules again. I'm pretty sure most of you, if not all of you, bowled yesterday. Teams are responsible for making sure you're in the correct age group. If you turn in the sheet in the correct age division, you'll receive zeros. Teams are responsible for keeping your own score. Please pay attention to this. We were able to keep one team on a pair. So this will go pretty quickly. Rather than have 6 on a pair, there's 3 on a pair. So this squad will get done pretty quickly. You will be moving, again, 5 pair to the right. You skip 5 pair and you bowl the 6th pair. We are using lanes 17 through 60. And all of the lanes are in play this morning. 51 and 52 is repaired. All the lanes are in play, so you're not skipping over any pairs today. Please contact the center with any lane issues. Do not bowl with pins in the gutter. Our sponsor Coolwick is here. Over to my left, Jay Jones is here back this morning. Jay Hollywood is roaming around, our photographer. If you want to get some pictures taken, I want to welcome back Mike Flanagan from Inside Bowling. Down here on lanes, I believe we're live streaming 25 through 28. If you have anybody that wants to watch, make sure they go to Inside Bowling at YouTube. Mike also archives any of his live streams, so if you want to go back and watch anything, you're welcome to do that as well. I thank everybody for coming out. We had 200 teams of doubles yesterday, which is a pretty good number. And so now I would ask all of the athletes to please go up to the line, and we will play the national anthem. And then we will turn your lanes on for 10 minutes of practice. Thank you all. Hopefully today's a new day. Come in with a fresh mind. I know everybody was a little frustrated from yesterday. Just so that you know, that pattern was the 2012 Sydney pattern. It's been used at team trials, so if you bowled the team trials, you've probably used it before. Today you'll be bowling on the Masters pattern that I have used not only here for the last 2 years, but I've also used that several times in my in the Middle End tour. So you all have bowled on this before. This shouldn't be completely new, but it is a very tough pattern. So 10 minutes of practice and good luck, everybody. Actually, just a short correction, we are using 15 and 16. So, again, when you skip 5 pairs, we're using 15 through 60. from yesterday. I figured I'd hang out with you a little this morning. And got some more bowlers that I know. Morning. Hopefully they'll score a little better on today. Although it does play tough.
Yeah, yesterday they were impossible.
Well, I mean, usually I put out 37 flat, so that's a junior gold pattern, 37 flat. Now, 2 years ago, I put out 37 flat, 40 flat, 46 flat. They were pretty good, and I didn't re-oil. That got a little out of hand. Well, what really got out of hand was the live stream there, because especially with no re-oil and 10 minutes of practice before every match, and then it got bad. They were horrible. But my kids won the match. They ended up beating the Bones team, and they shot 200 the last game. They figured out a way to make it work.
At 10 hunting.
Yeah. Well, our kids were, I mean, we had a really solid team, and from the Mid-Atlantic, and they were the same group of kids that won the USA Bowling U15, and they were bowling against, it was the Bones and Mike Harmon and Alex Horton and Tommy Burns, and those guys were all over the place. Some of them were playing the left gutter, some of them were playing the right gutter. It was pretty crazy. Which end, did you end up going out to eat last night? Or?
Yeah, I just Google searched. I went down to Quiet Waterfront.
Okay.
The name of the place, highly rated, 4.6 stars. Pretty good.
Yeah, they've got some nice places down there.
Yeah.
We got out of here late, so we just went over to Miller's there on the House.
I think that's where I'm going to go to lunch today.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I had a prime rib sandwich. I was so exhausted. Yeah, you do. I'm sure you have the same thing after this, right? You go so mentally exhausted that it gets on you physically. I remember. So I used to teach this all day project management financial class, and be on my feet, and just mentally after 8 hours of talking, and your mind starts to wander while you're talking, and you lose track of where you are. Like,
I was on the road 85 of the first 100 days of the year doing PBA. And I flew to St. Louis, picked up my live streaming gear, drove to Indianapolis, hosted an 8-hour talk show on the showroom floor of Junior Gold. And the next day I was for master ceremonies at MC at the ballpark. And I drove to Michigan 4 hours, streamed that night, had to prepare for the PBA League Draft, hosted the PBA League Draft, streamed for 6 days, then went over to Detroit, set up another live stream, PBA Skill Ball Challenge, and then went to Erie and filmed 17 instructional videos for script, then flew home and started the pack. crazy.
You know, and it's funny. You listen to these guys on the radio that have been doing it for years, and you don't see them on the radio, so they could have some notes in front of them, which make it easier. But talking nonstop.
Okay,
not
15
being
to
able to take a
60.
break.
Hold up on your practice,
Unless you
please.
put on Stairway
15
to
to
Heaven
60.
and you walk away.
Hold up on your practice.
That gives you about 7 or 8
Make sure
minutes,
you
right?
on first ball.
Give us a second here.
Make sure the name is read all the way across, or it will not score on the first bowler. Make sure all machines are cycled to first ball.
And good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 2023 Storm U.S. National Junior Team Challenge. Mike Flanagan here with you. I'll be joined by Billy Gasson here in just a moment. This is the 5th year for the event, and if you joined us yesterday, you saw the doubles competition, both regular and Baker doubles. Those are complete today. We've got triples for you, trios all day long. We've got 4 different sets of triples here today. We'll be with you this morning, of course, at 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll be back again at 11:30 a.m., back at 3:30 p.m., and at 6 p.m. here in Newcastle, Delaware at Bowlerama. Very happy to be here with you on Inside Bowling, bringing you today's coverage. We have 3 games of bowling here in the triple squad number 1, and they are bowling on a pattern that is 39 feet in length. It has 32.2 milliliters of oil using fire conditioner on this particular pattern, and this one here is a 1.49 to 1 ratio, so it'll be very low scoring. I will bring in Billy Gasson now. He and his wife Deb put these events on, and I'm looking forward to bringing competition all day. Billy, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike. And just for people that the pattern that Mike just described is the Masters pattern, which has been used actually for the last several years, and it plays tough no matter what surface it's on and whatever oil has been used, because I've used it in several places under several different conditions, and it always plays pretty tough.
Pretty high friction surface here. It's the AMF SPL2s, about 12 years old here. They do have wood approaches here, by the way. Bowlerama started in 1958. Want to thank General Manager Jeff Benson for all the work that he has done. And, of course, they have a great youth program here led by Stacy and Robin. 1 out of 6 kids from their youth program this year made it into junior gold. Got a great restaurant and bar. What a great facility we have here to host this weekend's events here at the 2023 Storm U.S. National Junior Team Challenge. Got lanes 25 and 26, lanes 27 and 28 for you here on our live stream. And we've got some pretty talented players this morning in this trio set here. They've got it set up to where there's just one team on each pair of lanes, so the competition should go pretty quickly.
Yeah, so on these pairs, I'm actually familiar with a bunch of these bowlers. On 25 and 26 to our left, Lexington Tanaka and Tyler Bennett are actually from up in the Pennsylvania area, outside of Pittsburgh, and they would come down to my events in the Mid-Atlantic pretty frequently. 2 very good young bowlers, and I'm sure they're going to head to college. In front of us, there are 3 bowlers also from my Mid-Atlantic tour. Sydney Smoot, who just threw that strike, is from Baltimore. She would come down and actually also bowled our Friday night sports shot league. She had some physical problems back before I moved, but it looks like she's pretty back to normal. Also on this pair, Jaden Burrell. Jaden is, I don't know, 6'3", maybe. I think he's 13, 14. Just a very tall kid at a very early age. His father, Steve Burrell, had been a PBA bowler for years. A very good bowler. Coached a lot of kids in the Maryland area, and he unfortunately passed away about a year or so ago, surprisingly. And they actually last weekend had their first memorial. Scott Gielda held, who took over the Storm Mid-Atlantic Junior Bowlers Tour. We had our first Steve Burrell Memorial Classic tournament last weekend that was very successful. So Yeah, it's great to be able to know the kids and watch them grow up. A lot of these kids I've known since I started about 5 years ago, and they were 10 or 11 years old, and just watching them grow up.
I'm sure he's here in spirit, and my condolences to the Burrell family. And things were not so nice there for Jaden on that shot. He left a 4-6, and it was kind of a pocket hit. Before we get too far along here, I also do want to give a shout out to all your sponsors that you have here that help support this event. You've got some great ones. Of course, it starts with Storm, the Bowlers Company. If you're looking for a new bowling ball purchase, make sure you head over to stormbowling.com. Check out all the products they have, including their brands Roto Grip and 900 Global. Storm, the title sponsor of the U.S. National Junior Team Challenge. Would also like to give a shout out to the PBA and the PBA Junior program they put together. You're an affiliate here, and they help support this one as well. We've also got your doctors here. Could you talk a little bit about the doctors that help support this event from the oral and maxillofacial surgery?
Yeah, sure. So up until a year or two ago, again, when I first started, there was a family called the Menendez family. Dr. Leo Menendez and his wife, Amy Zimmerman. Their son, Nick Menendez, very successful bowler, decided to take the path of education, and it was really hard for him he really wanted to be a doctor, ended up choosing Villanova University. Was very happy, had a great year there. My wife and I are close with their family, really super family, and they donate. They give us a check every year to help support my events. So appreciate Leo and Amy and Nick and their son Michael for everything that they do and continue to support us.
It's pretty awesome. Scholarship money available, of course, this weekend. All these sponsors help support in that way. We've got 4 pro shops involved here. The World Class Pro Shop, DKJ Pro Shop, Bowlers Mart, and Double Up Pro Shop right here inside the center. Also got a great distributor up here in the Northeast called Bowler Supply. They also support this event. We want to thank our official jersey supplier here, who's also on site with some jerseys and taking care of the bowlers, Coolwick. I'd like to thank Turbo as well. The Coughlin family, of course, Vicki and David are here working the event with you. We want to also thank Recruit Us and Danny Wiseman Scholarship Tournament, also kicking in some scholarship money here and sharing the wealth with all the work that they do with the Danny Wiseman Scholarship Tournament. So those are your sponsors.
Yeah, so I want to thank my buddy Danny. Our kids in Maryland were devastated. Danny moved to Florida in June. I moved in November, and it was a lot for them. Danny helped so many of them in so many ways, and he was gracious enough to give us $1,000. So tomorrow during our award ceremony, we're going to randomly hand 4 of our bowlers $250 scholarships. So I want to thank Danny for that. Also, interesting point, you mentioned our pro shops. So I don't know if you know Gary Parsons. Gary Parsons is very well known in the bowling world. Probably one of the few people to have a bowling ball named after him. And Gary still has a pro shop. And Gary's in his 70s. He still owns a pro shop, probably the most successful pro shop in the Washington, D.C. area. Always a huge supporter of youth bowling and my events. Anything I need, if I ask Gary, he's willing to provide for us. And so I just want to thank him. He's been a long-time supporter for us, as the other shops have as well.
I want to take a look at this shot again by Sydney. Take a look at this pin action here.
Pile it on.
A little bit longer pattern than yesterday. Yesterday was 33 feet. I heard you make the announcement this morning that some of the kids were a little frustrated leaving yesterday, and looking forward to have a little more length of oil here today. Even though it's still a very, very flat pattern, score should be a little bit higher today.
That was a pretty good shot.
That's how you draw it up right there. So over the course of the day today, we're going to see a lot of different teams come through here. What do the rest of the squads look like as far as entries?
This squad was a little light. I think most of the, if I remember right now, the biggest squad is the next one. I think we have, most of the lanes have 6 on a pair, so it'll go a little slower. And then this afternoon, the 3:30 is a little lighter, and we only have a few teams right now at 6 o'clock. But as you saw yesterday, I get a lot of re-entries and a lot of walk-ins, and I always have. It's, this, as I may have explained yesterday, this event, I know some people were complaining this year because I did away with singles. But, this event is designed to have kids come and bowl with their friends and have fun and bowl on some challenging patterns. But they bowl all year long singles. They just came off junior gold. Almost every event they bowl is singles. And, I wanted to provide an event that was a little different where they could just kind of bowl with their buddies from different parts of the country that show up. And that's exactly what happens is they bowl a squad, they see their friend, they say, hey, let's get into the next squad, and they just keep bowling once they're here, and they see kids they know. So
can they earn multiple scholarships?
Yes.
You can bowl. So you could mix and match and bowl with a bunch of different people, and you can I don't want to call it cash, but you can scholarship be eligible for multiple entries.
Yep. You can bowl as much as you want with as many people as you want, or the same person, and win as much as you can.
What is the entry fee to get into this event? I did not cover that yesterday.
So the entry fee generally is essentially is $65 a person. So doubles was $130 a team. The triples is $195 a team. The Baker doubles, because that's a little different, was $60 a team.
So it's very much like if for the adult bowlers out there that may be watching that goes to nationals, like entering the BTM or the Bowlers Journal or any of those events like that. It's very similar here, and of course very demanding conditions, just like you would see at USBC Open Championships.
Yep. And it's funny because when this event started, I actually, the very first year, I did an EBI demo day on Saturday, and then I just ran the team event on Sunday. We had 26 teams. That was back in 2017. And then I said, well, if people are coming in from out of town, why not give them something to bowl on Saturday? And so I added doubles on Saturday, and then as we moved it up here and expanded it and moved it to the summertime, we literally had people traveling from California. The kind of bowlers that people know, that they hear about, Avery Dumigan and Caitlin Abaganya and the Starkeys and the Jordans and the Gianna Brandolino, all those people. They didn't come this year, but they've come the last couple of years to this, so they've traveled across the country. I've had people from Florida, Georgia, Ohio, a lot of people from the Midwest. We have a team tomorrow from Indiana. People make friends with other people, and then what happens is people start putting teams together and trying to stack teams. And so people just kind of bowl. They just come to bowl and spend the weekend here. It also isn't very far from the Jersey Shore. So, we're about an hour and a half or so, hour and 15 minutes from the Jersey Shore. So it was funny, the first year that the Starkeys came, I said to them, hey, why don't you take off a squad in the afternoon and go down to the Jersey Shore, go to the boardwalk. I'll tell you exactly where to go. And she said, oh, we've never been to the beach except for Lake Michigan. And the kids went down there, and they had a great time at the beach and on the boardwalk. So it's a great area. It's convenient because it's for people who fly in. It's about 20 minutes from the Philly airport and about an hour from Baltimore. There's a lot of different ways to get here. It's just a very convenient geographic location.
I walked down to the I don't know if they call it the pier or what the river down there, but New Jersey was on the other side, and it was really kind of cool. You know, I'm a Midwest guy myself, and I've spent some time living on the West Coast, so being educated about the East Coast, every time I come, I always try to learn a little something. I didn't realize Washington, D.C. was this close to here.
Oh, yeah. No, we lived in Maryland, but we were right outside. You know, we were 20 minutes out. Actually, where we lived, we were essentially 20 minutes outside of downtown D.C. and 20 minutes outside of downtown Baltimore, right off of 95. So, yeah, it's convenient, really, to get anywhere very quickly.
Got a good vibe in here this morning. Feels really nice. Everybody seems to be spaced out pretty well here. Looks like everybody's went and got their Dunkin' this morning as well. That seems to be.
Yeah. They don't allow food, and they don't like having food and drink, but the Dunkin' Donuts, because the restaurant isn't open, they'll let you bring that in.
The Dunkin's like on the parking lot here, too.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's actually, it's part of the building. I don't know if they lease it to them or what that connection is. But I was actually hoping, because Dennis was using the lanes for the college clinic down there, I was actually hoping that, I hate to say this, I was hoping to stop getting walk-ins because I didn't want to have one pair with 6 and everybody else had 3. And I hate turning people away. You know, if kids want to bowl, I want to let them bowl.
Of course,
so, you know, a lot of them have come a long way. For whatever reason, they may not have pre-registered, and you know, if they're here and they want to bowl with their friends, I don't want to say no, you can't. You know, it's.
Looking around, trying to get a feel for, you know, some scores out there. I do see Preston Smith over here can bowl 186, looks like. But overall, pretty low scoring here. Should be able to see both reactive and urethane in play on the length of this pattern, being 39 feet.
And I think as they break down, even though the gutters don't always play real well in here, I think as they start to break down a little bit in the second squad, that you'll probably see people still playing a little straighter and other people that are a lot further left. So.
Also, if you'd like to support our stream here, you can check out InsideBowling.com. We sell T-shirts and hoodies and things like that. And we have a discount code on the screen on the left-hand side. It says YouTube. You can use that year-round and save 15% on our website. Helps support what we do here at Inside Bowling. All right, so Jaden struck last time on this lane. He has struck the last 2 times, actually. He did have the Brooklyn in there. I think he's going to throw a good one here. I've got confidence in my man Jaden here.
Yeah, he seems to like this lane.
Brooklyn. There it is. It's that fine line. If you get it just a little bit right, it's going to hang. If he moves his feet a little bit left and can throw it to that spot, he'd probably be right in the pocket. Or if he increased his speed or balled down. That's the crazy thing about our game. You got so many different options.
Yep.
You got to do 3 things to be successful in this game. I talk about it all the time when I live stream. You got to be able to throw the ball the same speed. You got to be able to put the same amount of rotation on it, and you got to hit the same target. If you do those 3 things, you're going to be pretty good at this game. Nothing else really matters. Doesn't matter if you take 4-step, 5-step, 3-step, 1-step, 7-step, shuffle step. Doesn't matter if your arm is over your head at some point during your approach. None of that stuff matters as long as you can do the same thing over and over again. The only thing that does kind of matter, I guess, that some people would argue is rotation on a bowling ball and speed. If you can throw it harder and put more revolutions on the ball, your pin carry does increase. And if someone hits the pocket 10 miles an hour with 5 revolutions on the bowling ball and hits the pocket for the entire day, and another guy throws it 20 miles an hour with, 400 RPMs, 500 RPMs, whatever it may be, and they hit the pocket all day, they are going to outscore you. Power and revolutions does make a difference in this game.
Well, I think to some extent having the right ball in your hand, really helps.
Definitely can help you create some area. That was a great shot there.
Some people just aren't comfortable with certain ball motions, and that's one of the things that we used to try and help the kids with is, trying to just see things. And it's kind of hard with kids to get them to focus. So they're so focused on score rather than, focusing on what's in front of you and understanding playing the lanes so that you don't keep repeating bad things.
Let's see if Jaden can get his first double here. He can still bowl 190 if he were to find a way. That's better. I think it's going to hook. No, it didn't hook. I liked his left to right projection there. I don't know if that lane's just playing a lot tighter or not, but
It looks like he threw it through the spot.
yeah, but I liked it better than the shot on the right lane.
You talk about, I always tell this story to people. So back when I turned 50, I always wanted to bowl a PBA event. And I was never, I was a good bowler, but I wouldn't have called myself a great bowler. And my the regional that I went to, I ended up getting matched up with Sam Macarone, who's a real well-known bowler. He had been 6 or 7 time PBA Player of the Year in the East. Actually won a national championship on TV back in the 80s, and just was a great bowler. And I didn't know him at the time. We since became good friends. But some people came over to him, and they were talking about, this was back when the PBA changed from the numbered patterns to the animal patterns, when they first introduced the animal patterns. And so somebody came over to him and asked him what he thought of that. And he said, I don't really care what they call them. He says, because I look at what my ball does down the lane and I react to it. So they can call it anything they want. And he said, I'll give you an example. And he talked about the week before he had bowled a PBA regional, and he got into the semifinals and bowled a PBA bowler from Maryland named Tim Chris, who had been I don't know if Tim ever won any national titles.
Yeah, I believe he did.
But he was called the snail because he had a very low approach, very slow. Or the turtle. The turtle, yeah. And he said the first game, Tim beat him. There was a best 2 or 3. Tim beat him 269, 267 in the first match. And he said, and then he gets up to throw his first shot in the second game, and he switches balls. And he said, I'm looking at him and saying, what the hell is he doing? He just shot 269 and he's switching balls. And he strikes. And then he says, I got up and I went 4-pin, 10-pin. And Tim gets up and he goes, strike, strike. And I go up and leave 9-pin, 7-pin. And he said he saw it. He saw it at the end of the first game. And he says that's what experience does. That you see the lanes transition and you see the ball going through the pins a certain way. And, he said, I just missed it. And he said that's what bowling on the tour for so many years will help you see. So, that's the kind of thing that we would always try and tell the kids is, don't get upset at your score. You got to be able to see what's in front of you and be able to adjust to it. And the thing I would always tell them is, you've got to see it. You've got to know what your options are, like you said, and then you've got to execute. But if you never see it, then you're dead meat.
Yep.
Right? And so, we keep trying to teach them that, you got to be able to see it, and then you got to be able to react to it. And how you react to it is through your experience and confidence and being able to make those moves and, knowing what to do and what your options are. So, but again, if you never see it, then you just keep repeating the same old, it's that old saying of, you keep doing the same thing and expecting the results to change. It just doesn't work that way.
Well, let's see if Jonathan can get a double here. He's about the only player I can see getting the 200s here. That's left. If he can spare this, he can double in a 10th. Get the 200. Teams will skip 5 pairs and go to the 6th pair, so we will have new players for you after every game here. I watched Sydney bowl yesterday. She's got a really nice game. It looks like this morning she's struggled a little bit with her accuracy. Let's see if she can make a good one here. First shot in the 10th. Capitalize on this spare. 10 will get you 20 here. Hook. You've got all ages here. We were watching 2 little guys yesterday, 11 years old, on our featured pair from Indiana.
Yeah, that team, that group of kids has been coming here the last couple of years. Every summer, they come support us, and that's what happens. Is people. We have a college coach who came here for the first time last year. She had just become a college coach, and she basically walked up to me and said, had never been here. And after Sunday, she walked up to me and said, this thing's better than junior gold. And I said, well, I appreciate that. And she said, I'll be back. And, last year she came as a part of Recruit Us just to be part of the meet and greet in the clinic. And then this year she brought 2 teams with her. So, that's the kind of support that I've been fortunate to have with this thing is people enjoy it and they keep coming to support it. And that's an important thing in youth bowling. It's not like, with adults will come and it's pretty rare that they'll just stop coming. But, with youth you have to deal with kids aging out and, constant backlog of trying to bring new bowlers in order to be able to support an event like this. So luckily I've been able to do that to this point anyway.
It's 131, 131, 121. We got a 167 on the board, a 127 on the board, but our man Jonathan here has a chance to get in the 200s. Hope he can get there. That's a good way to start.
It's a good shot.
Yeah, everybody I've seen come through here that has done well is using urethane.
He's
yesterday's pattern and today.
He's actually struck every time on that lane except for the fourth frame.
That's left, and was going to cross over. That's kind of been his miss there as a 5-pin.
Yep. Well, 192 is not bad. We actually one of the groups that won yesterday actually shot 1,200, and part of that group was a bowler named Connor Bremen, who won the singles championship here a couple years ago, and he's from North Carolina. I think he bowls for Belmont Abbey College. Not sure. So there were people who put up some pretty good scores yesterday.
Well, we're getting ready to go into game number 2. Our new players will move in here in just a minute. Mike Flanagan here with you, along with Billy Gasson. He's the mastermind behind this event and tournament director. He and his wife, Deb. Glad you're with us here on Inside Bowling, watching continuing coverage here of the 2023 U.S. National Junior Team Challenge presented by Storm Bowling Products. We will have 4 rounds of triples for you here today. If you're just joining us, just waking up maybe in the Midwest or on the West Coast. Started here at 9 a.m. this morning. We resume at 11:30 with our second round here today, and then again at 3:30 and then at 6. So we'll have triples for you all day long. Got a lot of talented players that will be coming through here throughout our lanes 25 through 28. And, of course, then tomorrow you can join us for the Baker competition, and the Baker teams is going to be pretty exciting. And you told me it was a little bit like a college bowling event in here. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to get it gets loud. There's a lot of parents who have never experienced the Baker team thing, and a lot of kids who haven't, and that's why I had designed this event. And it'll be packed in here tomorrow. It gets real loud in the afternoon when it gets to single elimination match play, and it's a lot of fun. The kids really enjoy that kind of pressure, and again, this was done in order to be able to give them the feel of having to make a shot when their team needs it, and everybody's sitting there watching behind you. And it's funny because I've watched parents like shake as their kid gets up to go make a shot to help their team. And I said, well, be prepared. This is what college bowling is going to be like. Imagine doing this and sitting in that grandstand watching your kid do this on TV, because I've done that. And it'll make you a nervous wreck.
I see Kai Struthers down there.
Yep. Kai comes and supports the events. He used to also come down from New Jersey. He actually bowls out of a house called Linden Lanes. They call themselves the Village. They have a huge youth program up there. A lot of great bowlers, a lot of great young bowlers. There's another one. There's a William Cunningham. There's Casey Campbell. A number of really super talented kids in that program. And so he would come down once in a while and support my bigger events like my Masters, and they usually comes to this event as well.
And speaking of Kai, it looks like we're going to have him here in game number 2.
Oh, we got some super teams here. So Aiden Davis is on here. Aiden was the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour Player of the Year 2 years in a row. He's headed to Lawrence Tech in Michigan. He just graduated.
Yeah, so those of you watching here, you're in for a treat. We got some super talented bowlers coming through here in game number 2. Players I'm a little more familiar with as well from Junior Gold. I did an interview with Kai when he was in the U12 division. He didn't win. He made the show. He won a match. And he was just absolutely devastated when he lost. And I interviewed him. And a lot of people commented about what a great interview that was. And Kai was just so devastated, but we did take the time to discuss it a little bit, and he gave me a great interview.
Yeah, he's a real good kid, and like I said, his mom Sharonda, they've supported our events. They usually bring several teams down. They've brought as many as 4 teams to this event in the past. Over to our left, while we're just kind of waiting. You mentioned Amelia Mitskovich yesterday and Sarah Archangel, who we watched bowl, and they ended up winning one of their divisions yesterday. That was a pretty good shot to start.
Kai, no stranger to bowling on tough conditions like this, so I expect him to be around the pocket. Nice spare to get things started here. We got Aiden Davis up next.
Yeah, Aiden's another one. I know we've been, unfortunately, talking about kids that have lost their parents. His father passed away suddenly about, I'd say about 8 months ago. It's I know, it's just, it's a horrible thing.
That was pretty close. He just came back and told Lucas that he grabbed that one. Hence why he left Greek Church here.
Getting a little worried that nobody's on 25 and 26.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. There should be somebody coming, right?
Yeah.
They're going to be 3 frames behind the 2 pairs to the left. So they would have been on 1, 2, 3, 4. Would have been the end.
I think here they come.
The end pair? Yeah, it looks like it. It's taking a little longer to bowl, it looks like.
I don't know if I've ever seen him bowl. He throws it pretty good. So for anybody watching who isn't familiar with Kai, who's up now, at one time he was one of the youngest in the country to ever bowl a 300. I think he did it when he was around 11 years old.
Yeah, I believe that.
Back before other 11-year-olds. He was like one of the first ones.
Yeah, that stat, I remember that one from Junior Gold as well. I was pretty happy to do it when I was 13. It's one of my little brag board things there. When I was 13, I bowled 300. It was pretty cool.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, hey.
I never got there. I had two 299s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You never got to 300?
No. And sadly, on one of them, I left a 5-pin. Matt would laugh if he heard that.
Open for Aiden there.
Yeah, it looked like he moved in a little on the on that lane, and it never really saw the spot.
Is that gonna hook? Nope. Lucas has got a lot of surface on that urethane ball. He really gets a lot on it.
Whoever was supposed to bowl here was bowling. Oh, looks like they're still not. Is that possible? They're still not done? Oh, it would have been whoever was the end pair down at the bottom, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, here they come. Oh, it's a girls' team.
Kai pretty close with that one. Looks like he's using a big A-sim.
So this was the group that we had yesterday. Savannah was the one that you said reminded you of Jordan Richards. I told her that. I told her that this morning. But I told her that she ended up winning one of the. Yeah, she looked at me and said, "I bowled so bad yesterday," and I went, "Well, the scores were low, so you never know what's going to happen."
Nice shot there by Aiden. Let's get a mark on the board here, Aiden. Nice spare. Cross lane, a lot of revs. Urethane bowling ball. Picks it up, no problem. I like Lucas's shot on 28 his first time. He left a 3.9. He was very, very close. He airmailed the last shot on the left lane. Let's see if he can get this one in there. Now, almost identical. 3.79 this time.
I think he's throwing it a little hard. I mean, it's going to hook from out there, but I think he threw the second ball at the right speed.
All right, well, we have our other team here now getting ready to bowl.
And I think that's Aaliyah Elaine, bowls at Weber. She was in front of us yesterday.
Yep.
She's been working real hard on her game. Throws it pretty good.
Playing right up the track there.
Yep. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, if you you ever need to go, you just turn down this second knob just to the left.
Oh, okay.
Right there, that's you. I normally have a soundboard with sliders, but I'm improvising with this little guy here. It's a nice board. It's just a small board. Well, Kai now with back-to-back open frames. That's uncharacteristic of him. He's a great spare shooter. Starting to get a little frustrated out there on the lanes, it looks like. Hayden made a great shot on the right lane the last time. Let's see if he can go up and make a good one on the left lane. He is standing about as far right as you possibly can. Just throwing it right up the outside. Seven pin again. It's really good.
That's Jordan Ship up on the left. She bowls at Florida A&M, I believe.
And
solid shot.
That might be the best shot I've seen all day by out of anybody.
And Savannah Razor getting up to bowl. I think she said she bowled at Alabama A&M or Alabama State, one or the other.
Well, that was close.
She's going to get in and wail on it, whatever's out there.
Oh, that's better. Lucas is going to hold.
Yeah.
Yes, that's much better. That read the lane very early, set up, and was a good shot. You could just tell right off his hand.
Yep. He didn't throw it as hard. Been really unforgiving where you come a little bit behind the head pin and you're in trouble.
Brian says the picture is a little blurry. Can you try to adjust it? I'm seeing it pretty solid here on my end, Brian.
Oh, Aiden just carried a light shot. Oh, he's trying to read the scores. I don't know if you can actually see them because of the distance.
Yeah, I mean, I see him pretty good here. Depends on what device you're looking at, but one thing I would say to Brian, in your YouTube app or however you're watching, there is a little gear down at the bottom. Can you confirm that you are at 720 or 1080p for me? That can make a big difference. This one right here.
So it looks like Lucas slowed up a little bit through 2 great shots. I just confirmed that he does bowl in college for Purdue. And pretty great academic school. They actually have a club team. I know another bowler, won't mention his name, who wants to study engineering, who is also seriously looking at Purdue, top bowler. So they could have a pretty good team in the next year or two. Oh, that was a nice shot, Aiden.
Thanks, Brian. Glad we could figure that out for you. I think it was just sometimes YouTube doesn't see your internet connection great. Sometimes they'll be bringing it to you at 360p or 480p. So just a little refresh once in a while helps that. Or if you click the little gear down there, you can go to 1080 and should be pretty good. I am using some backup gear here, but I'm actually extremely pleased with the center scoring and the way that I've been able to set it up. I actually think it's a lot better than I thought it was going to look here, actually.
Well, Lucas pulled that one a little bit. It gives him a 3-bagger, though.
Good things happen to great bowler styles, and I didn't think he deserved the 379 earlier, so coming back now. These guys have the potential. They have the talent to get to 600 as a team here. I'd love to see him do it.
That's a good shot. Oh. It looked good off his hand.
Guy's not going to miss the head pin. That's one thing that's important. He's not going to miss left and airmail it, or at least I don't think he will. This is a really tough spare.
I'm surprised he went straight at it.
Yeah, well, if he gets it going to the left, it may never hook. That is a way that folks are starting to shoot that spare. I see it on tour as well. For a right-hander, when you leave the 3-6-9-10, you stand left and throw it cross lane and have the ball go into the pins.
I always did that, but that's because I couldn't hook it.
Well, there's that too.
Just ask Matt. Hopefully Aiden found what he was kind of struggling with.
Well,
made the right
he
adjustments.
should have struck in the third and the fourth. They were both right in the pocket. He left a 7-pin both times.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
7 was late to fall there as well, but he's definitely lined up, looking good out there. And it's amazing. Urethane balls for these two players, left and right hand, are having the best look right now. And Kai's using reactive, and he's already been through a couple of different balls and struggling to pick his spares and leaving things he can't make right now.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me what when the lanes are really, really tough, how urethane seems to be the play. It really doesn't even matter the pattern unless it's over 42 feet. These guys are making them look just so easy.
Yeah. Well, he really slowed down. He was trying to really overpower it early on.
Angelo Galafaro next door over on 29. We just saw him leave a 10-pin. He's been around the pocket. He's got a pretty good ball reaction with a TNT over there. He just wrapped a 10-pin, but he's going to be in the 150s. But he struck in the 9th and the 10th. Also threw a strike in the 7th. So down the stretch, he got lined up pretty good over there on 29 and 30. Now, it looks like Kai's going to go to urethane and move way left. And he's going to go out and try to play where his buddy's playing.
Yep.
So all three players will be in urethane now. This is a asymmetric urethane piece. And that was close, but Kai doesn't quite have the rev rate of these two-handers, so he's going to have to slow down his ball speed or figure out a way to get a couple more revolutions on the ball. Well, I'll tell you what, this 25 and 26 pair here, they've got a lot of open frames up there on the board. 6 of 8.
Really struggling. Well, hopefully Aiden and Lucas can pick up Kai. That was a good shot.
Yep, very good.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are striking like crazy.
Yeah, they figured it out pretty quickly. As I mentioned earlier, Aiden has pretty much dominated the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour for the last 2 years. And he's headed to Lawrence Tech in the fall.
Oh, wow. Is that going to hook?
Oh, he got a break, though.
He was just a little left off his hand. That was flirting with the gutter. But I mean, it almost got there. Again, if you're just joining us, Mike Flanagan here with you for the 2023 Storm U.S. National Junior Team Challenge. I'm joined by Billy Gasson here in the booth, tournament director. He puts all this on. And we're in game number 2 of 3 of the triples squad number 1. We'll have squad number 2 coming up for you at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Then back again at 3:30 and 6 tonight. 4 squads of triples. And remember, the youth can re-enter with players. And they do move 5 pairs after every game. They go to the 6th pair, so you get to see different players that travel in all throughout the country to come out here for this weekend event. So hopefully you're enjoying the coverage and enjoying watching the future of our sport come through our lanes here as we bring you this coverage. And we are bowling on a 39 feet in length pattern. It's a Masters pattern, and it's very, very flat and very, very challenging. 1.49 to 1 ratio. We've got Kai Struthers here. He's been struggling a bit. Very talented bowler. Bowling with his buddies Aiden Davis and Lucas Francis, and Aiden and Lucas have pretty much figured this out while Kai continues to struggle at this point. But we know he'll get it figured out. He has made some ball changes here. What do you got going on there?
Just speed of play. The 2 pair to the left of them are starting their 3rd game. They're finishing 9th, 10th frame. They're 4 or 5 frames behind everybody.
Did you tell them to bowl a little quicker?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they'll be pushing everything back if
Right.
they don't
Right.
they don't get going.
I mean, they were waiting for, it's supposed to be 1 lane courtesy. They were waiting for all 3 to be done, and they started behind, right? They started
Yeah.
late too. So
Yeah, they are by far the slowest group to get done here by a mile.
nice shot.
That really looks good. He grabs a handful.
Yeah, he just said he just finished his freshman year at Purdue, so going to be around for a while.
Kai switches to his purple hammer, it looks like. And hits the strike pocket. A little light, but right there. There we go. They start bowling a little faster, they start striking.
Yeah.
Amazing. See if Savannah can get one here. Oh, that's left. .126 for Kai. That one had a little ways to come back from, and it did. He got the light hit there. How about that double?
Amazing what happens when you start bowling a little faster.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and they're marking too. We got strike, spare. We got a double up there. Let's get a spare here. All right. Here come the marks.
Yeah, Eden actually, I think instead of going a little straighter, started just playing a little bit into the gutter, just enough to get it to the spot. It's going to have a real good game after 2 opens. And basically threw 7 out of 8 strikes, if he strikes here.
Nice game.
Real great finish on a tough pattern.
Yep.
Real great finish.
I mean, we're seeing like 155 to 160 is kind of the pace that we've seen here in 214 after open. Couple of 7 pins in the third and the fourth, and I didn't see what he left in the ninth. Did you see what he left in the ninth? My guess is he was in the pocket, though.
Yeah, I think it was another 7 pin.
Not Lucas's best shot, but if he can cover this here and get 8 pins, I believe it is. Nope, 7 pins. He would have 200 exactly, so we'd have a couple 200 games up on the board.
Whoops. That was right off his hand. I am looking over to our right here. AJ Hickok, he's got 5-bagger. Both 222. Those are also my bowlers from the Mid-Atlantic. AJ actually lives in Virginia. And nice game. That's going to be a pretty high team game.
Yeah, now that I'm kind of thinking about it after watching him bowl.
202, and then Amber Benson we saw yesterday, I mentioned, did really well at Junior Gold this year. I think she made match play. Even if she misses, she's going to be in the 180s. And then Jordan Moore at the bottom, another one of my bowlers already at 200. So they're going to be real close to 600.
Yeah, they should get there. It's over on 31 and 32. Just giving you the radio call, everybody. Game number 3 should be getting underway shortly here on 27 and 28.
I don't know if you probably haven't watched Jordan bowl, but he's got that Don Carter move where he crooks his elbow.
Oh, okay.
We tried to get him to stop, but he, too much muscle memory.
Nice shot there. Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah. He's going to be in the 220s. I think they broke 6. It's a real good team game over here to the right. 31 and 32. A.J. Hickok, Jordan Moore, and Amber Benson.
222, 185 already on the board.
And 202. So they're actually going to shoot over 6. It's a pretty good team game on this.
Yeah, you got a spare, so he's at 212 now. Can get to 222. $628.
That's a real nice team game. That's a big game. All right, it's almost 10:30, so I'm going to go help with check-in for the next squad. I'll be back. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks again for coming out and supporting us.
You bet, bud.
And we'll see you in a bit.
Yep, sounds good. That's Billy Gasson, everybody. He's going to go get ready for the next squad. Appreciate him coming in and sharing some knowledge, letting us know about the players that are coming through. He knows all the bowlers. And speaking of the bowlers, we've got Savannah now coming in. And Annabelle Carter, it looks like, here. Remember, there's 9 divisions, everybody. We've got the U15, the U18, and then the collegiate division. So that's 3 divisions. And then you got to know that there's a boys division, girls division, and then mixed division. So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 total divisions here, and we're going to have this bowling for you all day. Triples. And you can re-enter. You can bowl with different folks. You can bowl with the same team. Re-entries are welcome here this weekend. Again, we're bringing you this coverage from Newcastle, Delaware, here at Bowlerama. We'll give a shout out again to General Manager Jeff Benson and his staff for hosting this event. Bowlerama has been around since 1958. They are bowling on AMF SPL2s that were installed about 12 years ago. Got a great restaurant and bar here at Kids Zone. We do a lot in the community here. It's a great area up here in the Northeast. I had the pleasure of grabbing some food down by the water last night. New Jersey, not too far away. All the states are pretty much not too far away here. You got Maryland, Pennsylvania, all very, very close here where we're located. Draws a lot of players from this area of the country, and some fly in as well. It's a big event, big weekend for youth bowling here at the Storm U.S. National Junior Team Challenge. Ashton DeVries got that one a little bit towards the outside part of the lane. Gets 3. See if she can pick up this spare. Really nice shot there by Savannah. Savannah Razor. She can still bowl 163. Should be high on her team for this game. Of course, in the girls division, So with that, we are officially in game number 3 now. And again, we will be back with Squad 2 at 11:30, Squad 3 at 3:30, and Squad 4 at 6 p.m. All right, and 25 and 6 did a nice job of getting caught up there and kind of fast tracking through game 2. So it looks like not going to be too far off here. We got some new players coming in over here on 25 and 26. Looking forward to seeing some new players. That is one thing I do like, how they're switching lanes. We get to see 18 youth players come through here throughout each one of our squads of streams. So we'll have about 64 different players featured here today. And I mentioned it yesterday. I want to talk about it again. This is the future of our sport. These players that come out and bowl on these tough, challenging conditions like this, and this is in the middle of about a 6-week span of bowling everywhere throughout the country. Junior Gold, of course, SYCs, a lot of great events going on in this 6-week span, and this one of them as well. They all bowl on tough stuff, and we will see future, or we have seen and will see future PBA and PWBA champions, or maybe even collegiate champions as well, come through these lanes. So we got Tyler Anderson coming over, and looks like Mason as well is here. Mason Emer. And I don't know who they're bowling with yet, but I'll let you know. As 25 and 26 underway. Nice conversion of the baby split. It's always a nice feeling. You go up, you leave a split, and you pick it up. First frame. Still clean. It's a good feeling. Again, we got all these different divisions. We got U15, U18, and then, of course, collegiate division, which is basically 19 and over. Oh, that was close. Just didn't hook. 2, 4, 8, 10. Hey, Ronald, thanks for watching, bud, in the chat. If anybody has any questions for me in the chat as well, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. I do like to interact with our chat room here. Billy will be back this afternoon to join me for some more streaming here. So he knows a lot of the players. Of course, he checks everybody in. He runs the event. Let's see if Tyler can slide this over. Oh, almost. Wow. Nice effort there for Tyler on the 2, 4, 8, 10. Little crossover strike there for Mason. He'll take it. So Mason goes baby split, covers it, and a crossover strike. For not being lined up, that feels pretty good. Was that going to read? Nice shot, Tyler. Wow, that was great. That was a little more left to right. Slaps it out. What a great shot. Loving it. Tyler's got a little Alfred E. Newman in him. If you guys are familiar with who that is, the guy on the cover of Mad magazine. Not quite, but there's a little resemblance there. He's got that look about him. Carter White now up in his second frame attempt here on 26. That looks pretty good. What a shot. What a shot. These guys coming over here, making them look easy. That's got to hook a lot. Nice spare there. Filling frames, very important when you're bowling on something tough. Again, we do want to thank the sponsors. Without the sponsors, this event would not be possible. The kids wouldn't be able to bowl for as much scholarship money as they do and continue their education, set themselves up for success in life. We want to thank our title sponsor, Storm, the Bowlers Company. You can check them out at stormbowling.com. Also, the makers of Rotogrip and 900 Global. Thank you, Storm, for all that you do. We want to thank the PBA Junior. This is an affiliate tournament here. PBA Junior also supports this one with some scholarship funds. Also want to thank Leo Menendez and his wife, Amy. And, of course, kids Nick and Michael from the Center for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. I want to thank that family for all they do and the money that they give to support this event. Nick and Michael, of course, used to bowl in the event themselves. The world-class Pro Shop, DKJ Pro Shop, Bowlers Mart, and Double Up Pro Shop right here inside Bowlerama. Also want to thank Bowlers Supply, great distributor up here in the Northeast. Coolwick, official jersey supplier. They are here in the center. So if you're in the area, want to come by and check out Coolwick, make sure you do. Want to thank Turbo 2-in-1 Grips. The Coughlin family, Vicky and David here helping assist and run the event and also donate money to this one. Recruit Us and Danny Wiseman Scholarship Tournament also kicking in a few funds here. So cannot thank the sponsors enough. Hashtag support the sponsors. Make sure you support those brands. All right, there we go. How about that break? Loving the jersey, too, by the way. Throw back to the Flintstones. Push. Oh, hooked right by it. Second hook. A little too much at the end. A little soft ball speed there. What's up, Chase? How you doing, bud? Again, if you are just tuning in, you're curious about our schedule for the weekend, I should say. We've got in 45 minutes, we'll be back with triples squad number 2. Then again at 3. Make that 3:30 and then 6 tonight. Should have a very full squad the next set. Be 2 teams on each pair. Man, I thought that was pretty good over there on 25. 2, 8, 10. If you just get it going left or right to the spot, it just doesn't want to come off it. Going up the lane is the play here, that's for sure. You got to be comfortable playing out, though. I don't know if Ashton's ball is going to hook or not. All right, how about a break there after giving it a little bit of room the last few times and just not quite getting back to the pocket. Gets one up the lane and crosses over. There's another crossover there as well. My man Tyler here is a little frustrated right now with his bowling. Wishes he was bowling a little bit better, but he throws it great. All right, last frame, everybody. Game 3. It's about 10:52 here. Be back in 38 minutes with a whole new squad for you. They will be bowling on the burn. They oil twice a day, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. So I believe there could be a little bit more score coming up here this afternoon. Very possible. Obviously, on the pairs where there's urethane, there'll be a little bit of carry down the lane, of course. Nice shot. Nice shot. Way to finish. Way to finish out there. That's something you can build from if he's going to re-enter and bowl some more. Oh, that might be the best shot I've seen her throw. Oh, that was right up the lane. Got the double up on the board. Pick up the 3-pin here. Tyler just leaves the 7-10. That's just devastating. I mean, he's trying to get over towards the right, make a good shot, hits the pocket, leaves the 7-10. See if we can get a pin to bounce here. That would have been awesome if he'd have picked it up. All right, Carter White here. I love the boom on his jersey, too. Boom, strike out. Well, let's see if he can boom, strike out here. He's going to have to cross. Oh, it held. I thought that thing was going to hook left. A 200 game on this is like somebody bowling 279 in a regular tournament. Once again, I'd like to thank all the viewers for tuning in and watching today's coverage of the 2023 Storm U.S. National Junior Team Challenge. My name is Mike Flanagan from Inside Bowling. If you'd like to support what we do here on this channel, you can head over. You can subscribe, first of all. You can like this video. And you can look for all of our upcoming videos that we'll be putting out. A lot of instructional content coming and a lot more cool stuff going on with Inside Bowling here in the future. And if you don't mind, if you'd like to subscribe, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified every time we launch a new video or go live with these bowling events that we have. We have about 4 more events coming up this year that'll be live streamed throughout the Midwest, or the events we'll be doing there. And I invite you to join us and be part of our chat room and be part of our community that we have here at Inside Bowling. We certainly love bowling here, and we know you do as well. And with that, that's going to conclude the triples squad number 1 here from Bowlerama here in Newcastle, Delaware. We'll be back in about 30 minutes with the triples squad number 2. I'll be bringing you the action. Billy Gasson will be back as well. And again, we can't thank our title sponsor, Storm, enough for doing what they do for youth bowling in many different ways, but especially right here at the U.S. National Junior Team Challenge. So that's going to do it for this opening round coverage. Cannot wait to see you all coming back here in 30 minutes. And, of course, we've got the 3rd and 4th squads as well of the triples all day long here on Saturday. Of course, tomorrow, don't forget to join us for the Baker team event. You're not going to miss that one, starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow on Sunday. So for Billy Gasson and for his entire staff here, and, of course, General Manager Jeff Benson and his team here at Bowlerama, my name is Mike Flanagan. It's been a pleasure bringing you this coverage of the 2023 Storm U.S. National Junior Team Challenge. I'll see you in 30 minutes with more coverage right here from Delaware.